All right, so 2 weeks ago, we met for the first time. Cam and I, we've known each other for a while, just through social media. We're both professional dunkers, of course. And this summer, we're both competing on Shaquille O'Neal's new DunkMan League. And so when we met Cam, he had a decent social media presence, of course. He's posting videos, mainly short form videos, but that wasn't reflected when you search his name on Google or ask ChatGPT who he is. Whereas me, who I would consider myself right now significantly worse than Cam, I'm out there with a full Google knowledge panel. If you ask ChatGPT about me, it can not only give you like a little bio, but it can give you like tons of things that I've done and all this stuff. And so we, of course, want to do that for you because there's a huge opportunity for you here once this league starts to get all these sponsorships and just do all this cool stuff and make the most out of the opportunity. So yeah, just talk about some of the stuff that you've done for your personal brand in the past couple of weeks and how that will impact you in the future with these new opportunities.
Yeah. So whenever Dennis and Dylan came to Dallas, I knew some about AI, but I didn't know too much. And they built me a whole website during lunch. It was crazy to watch. And I decided that I want to join them and see what this was all about. So one of my first tasks they gave me was to build an agent that would make articles for my website and publish them, which if you don't know why that's good, it's because there's more information on Google about me. Because right now my story was all internal, it was all in my head. He would ask me about my story. I'd tell him, man, you got to get that somewhere. You got to publish that somewhere. So we did a couple podcasts and I even did one with myself, just talking with myself, telling my story, talking about what steps got me to where I am now as a professional dunker, content creator, whatever you want to call it. All I did, I built this agent, spent a couple hours on it, and now it's locked and loaded. And all I do is upload a transcript and it turns it into an article and publishes it on my website with me not even having to touch a button.
Yeah.
And it's been great. I'm almost to a knowledge panel, which is a big goal for me because when I'm on the Shaq's show or whatever, let's say I'm doing really well and someone wants to see who this Cam Hazzard guy is and they search it up. And before I met them, it would be some hockey guy. So that's not what we want. But now when you search it up, my website is #1, then my Instagram, which I have over 20,000 followers. So I'm on my way up there. And like Dylan said, it's going to be great because sponsors can find me. If let's say Nike's wanting to sponsor me, now they can search me and figure out who I am and see what my story is and make sure that I'm a legitimate person that they want to invest in.
Yeah. Yeah. And not only that, there will obviously be some obvious sponsors for you, a basketball shoe or something like that. That's a logical sponsor. But there's other parts about your journey. Let's just say your injury history and stuff like that. If there's a company that works with stuff like that and they don't necessarily see that, there's connections that might not be logical if all they know is you're a dunker. But when you're telling your story, there's all these different ways that sponsors and other brands and people can connect with you and you can collaborate and just make opportunities happen that weren't even there before.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, all these dunkers, like if you search the majority of the dunkers in this league, it's the same story. They've done all this cool stuff. They've traveled the world, done all these big dunk contests. They've collaborated with NBA players, other professional dunkers. They have all these connections. They're obviously connected to Shaq through this league and stuff like that. But when you search your name, that's not reflected. So what would you tell, not even necessarily those guys, but just any dunker who is looking to get their name out there outside of social media?
Yeah. If you're in DunkMan or if you're a dunker, there's a good chance that you already have hundreds of videos online about dunking stuff. And maybe some of y'all even do content form, which is great because that means you already have your knowledge base. You already have all the data that you need to build a website and put it on Google. All you have to do is just talk to Claude and ask him to do it for you, or talk to a normal person. It'll start to build things for you. And the most important thing is just taking the first step, because if I could do it after 2 weeks of training, then anybody can do it. And I feel like there's a lot of opportunity here to build the dunk community. Right now, if you search a professional athlete, chances are they'll probably pull up. But for dunkers, we're kind of like lagged behind because this hasn't been an official sport. And now with Shaq coming in, it's going to be an official sport. And I feel like most people, if you're in it or if you're wanting to become a part of it, to get your name out there would be a good place to start by building a website, posting articles, talking about your story, and just getting it all out there.
Yeah. It's funny, 2 weeks ago, seeing an agent for the first time, building a website, and now this is a normal thing that you're doing every single day, just sending out agents to do cool stuff. What does that mean for these people that they've never done it before? They look at it, they think it's crazy, but now 2 weeks later, it's just an everyday thing for you. It's a scheduled task. You don't even do it. It just happens.
Yeah, it just happens. It's weird at first, but it starts to make sense whenever you zoom out and you see what it's actually doing for you, and it just becomes normal, and you can talk to it like a normal human, like an employee, and it's working for you. So it's pretty cool. And just building the agent seemed intimidating at first, but you just tell it that, hey, it seems intimidating. Can you make a plan for me? I don't know what to do next. Make a 5-step plan for me, and it'll do it. Yeah, it's easy to get into.
Yeah. So Dennis and I, in like 3 weeks, I think, are speaking at Dunk Camp. So we're speaking at the Dunk Camp to all these dunkers. There'll be about 70 dunkers there, plus all the pros. And it's not even just the people attending. The pros need this help as well, honestly. A lot of them, pretty much all of them. Actually, yes, all of them need this help. The camp itself probably needs this help. So what would you tell Dennis and I going into this? What should we think about? What should we talk about when it comes to trying to help other dunkers with this kind of stuff?
Most dunkers in the scene will definitely have some kind of sponsorship. Like Way of Wade is a great example. They work with dunkers a lot. They'll send them shoes, but maybe there's some dunkers there that maybe not get those sponsorships. And imagine the amount of power you would have for your personal image if you could reach out to Way of Wade and say, hey, here's my website, here's my story. I think it would be a great investment for your company to send me a pair of shoes and I'll make a couple of videos for you. That would be so much more powerful than some 15-year-old saying, hey, can you send me a pair of shoes? I like your shoes. No, that's not going to work. So just from being in the dunk community and doing small sponsorships, and eventually you can build up to a paid sponsorship and keep going up. So it automatically boosts your brand image and makes your price a little bit more. So it just makes it more official. And for people at Dunk Camp, people who run Dunk Camp, obviously it's a great program. It's been running for how many years? A number of years, like 5,
at least probably 7,
5. Yeah, it's been running for this long time, and there's great reviews on it. There's so many people have always said great things about it, and there's a reason why it continues year to year.
That's a good point.
There's a lot of potential for Dunk Camp, because unless you're in the dunking scene, you're gonna have no idea what it is. If you search up Dunk Camp, I don't even know if it'll come up, but it's a great program, and I think that there's a lot of potential for them as well.
Yeah, literally every single person that goes there says it's the best week of their lives, and they meet all these cool people and stuff. And we should definitely gather all that for them going into it and present them with this page that they can just put on their website, make a little staging page or whatever. That'd be cool for sure. Yeah, so obviously we've mainly talked about dunkers today, but how does this apply to the business owners and stuff like that? We're in Detroit right now. We just spoke at DSDT today at this AI summit with all these business owners and stuff there. And they were really interested and intrigued when they heard about the stuff that you were showing today with your positive comments agent. So what is like the crossover between dunking and business here?
There's actually a lot more crossover than you would think, because the great thing about the agents is that they're smart. They can adjust to anything. So I built my agent based off of my own stuff, my own, like that positive comments agent. I built it off of my own Instagram as a influencer or a dunker, whatever you want to call it. But the great thing is I use that same exact agent to work on someone like Dennis, where he has positive comments on multiple things. Maybe it's plumbing, maybe it's his marketing, maybe it's education. And the same exact agent was able to get the same results for Dennis. And that's the great thing about AI right now, is that it can work for anyone. And if you have some positive comments about you anywhere on the internet, then this agent can help. So there's a lot of opportunity for everyone involved.
That's the cool thing about agents and software is once there's a lot of work on the front end. Like, even that didn't take you very long. But then once you have the thing there, you can obviously use it across one industry and then repurpose it to others. We know Marco Cipolla, he's got HVAC Quote. It's an automatic quoting tool on a site. So instead of having someone come out and see how much your HVAC unit thing is to repair, it's just an automatic quote on the website. And we can easily take that and make it a thing for landscaping, for dentistry, or whatever it might be. There's a huge opportunity and advantage to building these agents, because they can, again, be repurposed across many different verticals. So for anyone who, let's just say they're a dunker, they're a business owner, whatever, they want to take that first step, what would you say a good first thing to work on is?
Be curious and take that curiosity to Claude. There's something that we use is called Whisper Flow, and all you have to do is just press a key on your Mac, on your Windows, whatever, and talk to it. It's like Jarvis. You're just working with it, and it's just doing things for you. And to be honest, it's fun. You get so much done in so little time, and you can adjust it, customize it however you want. And it actually becomes like something I look forward to doing. So just be curious and ask it questions, have a conversation with it, and you'll get a lot more done than you think.
Yeah. A lot of people, they might not understand what opportunity there is here and how much you can get done. I remember my first day getting the Claude Max subscription. I went from not having any type of subscription at all to having Claude Max, which is $200 a month. And I was like, I should probably just start out with the small one. I don't know about this. And then within the first couple hours, I had done something that I had been like delaying for months because it was taking me forever. I had all these Dunk Talk podcast episodes that I was wanting to turn into articles. And every single time I had to do it, it was just taking me forever until the point where I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to bother. I'll do it eventually, but right now I've got other priorities. And then I was able to kick off an agent and it did all 70 in one session. And I was like, holy crap. Obviously they're not perfect, but then we can obviously refine the agents to improve. What would you say to someone who they know that it's probably a good idea, but they don't fully see the value or the benefit yet?
Yeah. Everybody knows AI is something that's coming. Everybody talks about it. They say, oh, AI is going to take my job or whatever. But there's got to be a point where you just got to take the first step. You can talk about it. Oh, Dennis uses this example all the time. Oh, you can go to Costco and get the knives. But when are you actually going to use those knives and cook the steak and you're actually going to go into the kitchen and do the thing? So I think the biggest step is just to get started.
Yeah. So whether you're a dunker, a business owner, whatever you might be, it really doesn't matter. AI is an amplifier. If you're good at what you do, it can take you to that next level. And so we're excited to see what you guys are building. Let us know in the comments. We're happy to help out. We're happy to collaborate. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.